So I feel like lately a lot of people have been debating what's a car build, and by their definitions this wouldn't be, because this G80 M3, this 2023 G80 M3 competition with xDrive, it's not really a build, and that's because this car doesn't really have anything too unique. It has a whole bunch of bolt-on mods, which we'll get into exactly what this car has. But yeah, by their definitions, this isn't a car build. And honestly, I'm kind of okay with that. I don't really care either way. One car that a lot of people got triggered by, and it had to do with a video that I uploaded pretty recently. If you guys watch all my videos, you'll know exactly which one I'm talking about. I basically did a video building the 330i in 10 minutes where I consolidated all the videos for that car into one video. That video ended up getting about like 300,000 views, and it's still climbing. And for reference, guys, I normally don't get that many views. My videos hardly get views. But that car is actually right over here. This is it. Now you guys can obviously tell it is now stock. If you guys haven't been watching my channel or you're new to my channel, I basically parted this car out and I'm getting ready to sell it. But when I modded it, I had a whole bunch of stuff on it. It had an M Sport kit, had carbon fiber, everything. It was flash tuned. It had a couple engine bay mods. I had a whole bunch of interior mods as well. But now everything is back to stock. As a matter of fact, this car kind of broke again. But stay tuned for another video about that. Right now, I just want to talk about like what really defines a car build, how I see it, and maybe why I don't necessarily go that route, because again, these cars for the most part are just like pretty much bolt-on mods. I'm not doing anything custom here. Now I will say that 330i out there was probably the closest that I got to a car build in my opinion, because that car really changed, whereas some of my other cars, they still look like the same car. Like that 330i, at least I changed the front bumper, the rear bumper, the side skirts. I changed like the whole steering wheel. Is it really a car build? Probably not. I titled the video building a 330i in 10 minutes just because that's like the standard language, I guess. I don't really think it's a car build, but I would say if I were to have a car build, that was probably my closest one. My other cars, like my 435, my X3, and even my X5, which I haven't even started modding yet, those cars are very far from a build. So by no means am I trying to say that, yeah, no, my cars are builds, because I admit they're not. I actually think my boy's JD's 435 is an actual build. He has a built motor, forged internals, pure 750 turbo. But honestly, guys, my cars, I'm not gonna lie, they tend to not be real builds. Now, for example, this G80 M3, which again, if you guys are new to my channel, or if you just haven't watched it for a long time, this car has a whole bunch of mods on it, definitely bolt-on stuff. As you guys can see, a whole bunch of carbon fiber stuff. And you know what, while we're talking about carbon fiber, I want to thank today's video sponsor, and that is Simply Carbon Fiber. So you guys can probably tell from just how many bolt-on mods I put on my cars, including carbon fiber pieces. I love carbon. I feel like every car enthusiast does. It just looks cool. It has such a genuine purpose to it. Not that we always use it for that, but it just looks really cool, and it feels like a car person thing. I don't know if that's just me. Like, what other industries really emphasize carbon fiber? I'm sure there's others out there, but in the car world, it is a huge thing. So that's why I love Simply Carbon Fiber. If you guys don't know them, they make a whole bunch of carbon fiber accessories for not your car, but for yourself, like wallets, phone cases, a whole bunch of cool stuff. They keep on making more cool stuff as well. So if you guys want to check them out, I'll leave some links down in the description below. I rock their slim wallet all the time. This thing is awesome. It is super sleek and lightweight. Of course, you can see that beautiful carbon fiber in the sun. This thing's absolutely stunning. It holds up to 7 cards and even has a clip for cash on the back. So slim but practical. So if you guys want this wallet or some of the other cool carbon fiber accessories that they make, again, I'll leave some links down in the description below. But anyways, let's get back to what I was saying. And that was about the mods on this car. So again, guys, a whole bunch of bolt-on mods, carbon fiber stuff. And that's pretty much it. I mean, most of it is carbon. Huge shout out and thank you to Keys, by the way. But other than that, I think I have an intake in the engine bay and a strut brace, which I'll just quickly show you guys if you're new here. But yeah, I mean, the point is, guys, there's really not too much on this car. Again, it's all bolt-on stuff. So here we are, more bolt-on mods, which apparently a lot of people hate. MST intake, the Keys carbon strut brace, which this is honestly becoming one of my favorite mods, because whenever I open up the hood, this engine bay just looks so much better with that strut brace. By the way, if you guys want any of these mods, there will be links down in the description below. But yeah, guys, literally just bolt-on mods. And again, I'm okay with that. Now, the way that I do my cars and, you know, the way I mod my cars and the way I even make my videos is, in my opinion, pretty relatable to the average person. Because honestly, guys, I am the average person, probably even less than the average person, but that's neither here nor there. I know people say that putting wheels and wraps and coilovers and bolt-on mods on cars aren't real builds, but I mean, that's what the average person can do, right? Like, I know there are these shops out there that just go crazy on their builds, full like engine swaps, built motors, wide body kits, just custom stuff. Well, that's shops. If you guys don't know, shops can write that stuff off. It's part of their marketing, it's part of their R&D. So I mean, it's just part of their day-to-day routine. Now, I know there's other YouTubers who do like more custom builds and stuff like that, but those people also do it full-time. They can also write it off, and they obviously make money out of it. But for an average Joe like me who just really does this for fun, really, like, I have a full-time career, I have other things that I'm responsible for, I don't have the time or the resources or the energy to just do a full custom build. And I think most of you guys watching this right now can relate to that. Now, I know what you're thinking, well, Eamon, you're a YouTuber as well. Guys, I'm a tiny YouTuber. Like, I make virtually no money off YouTube, and I'm okay with that. I do it because I love it. I have fun with it. Point is, I'm not one of these massive YouTubers like DDE, one of those guys. But for the people who do make careers out of this stuff, again, they can afford to do those full custom builds because it's just part of their day-to-day life. Now, I mod my cars on the weekends. Like, I literally live my life Monday through Friday. I go and do my career, all that type of stuff. And then on the weekends, most of the time by myself, sometimes with friends, we'll work on the cars. Again, what I feel like a lot of you guys can relate to. So the point of me saying that is, yes, my cars are not real builds by, you know, actual definitions, and then what most of the car community would argue is an actual build. Because again, I only really do bolt-on mods, simple stuff. My cars aren't really crazy unique or anything like that. I do like to think that they're pretty clean and they're pretty tastefully modified, but that's obviously subjective. But regardless, they're not that unique. I mean, how many G80s can you find with these same mods? So yeah, my cars aren't real builds. However, I feel like a lot of you guys watching can relate to these cars because these mods, these things that I do to my cars, a lot of you guys can and want to do to yours. Hopefully that makes sense, guys, and hopefully you can maybe appreciate that in a way that I still stick to like the more relatable stuff. I know some YouTubers like you can't relate to, like I love watching DDE, but I can't relate to Ferraris and Lamborghinis. I know G80 M3 is still a dream car for a lot of people, and I'm not gonna belittle that. However, it is an attainable dream car. But anyways, guys, I'm ranting at this point. I just wanted to make this video to explain it because, again, I know a lot of people have been going around debating what's a real build and all that type of stuff. Some people have been getting triggered on my videos for me calling my cars builds. Listen, am I gonna keep on saying it? Probably, just because it's an easier word to say. Like, what should I say? My modded cars? I'm just gonna say my build, you know? It's not that deep. But anyways, hopefully you guys understand. I'll stop talking now. If you guys enjoyed this video, please drop it a like. It really helps me out, helps me grow my channel. Maybe I'll get to that point where I can do more crazy stuff. And yeah, anyways, guys, with that said, this video is pretty much done, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.